What's up, guys? I want to talk about coaches and fitness experts. It's ridiculous how many of these people are out there scamming other people's on Instagram and Facebook. I haven't seen it that much on Facebook, but I see it all the time on Instagram. I've actually gotten requests from friend requests from people that, I've gotten a friend request from, I think I was a 14-year-old kid that asked me if I needed coaching or advice that, don't hesitate to ask, or he could set me up with a diet plan for $200. And I was like, okay, block. But once again, people do fall for stuff like that. Being a coach, it takes experience. It takes a lot of years to coach somebody. A good coach does. If you think that hiring a person that charges you $200 or $100 for a diet plan, then you're in for a surprise. Not only that, but whatever your goal is, make sure you do your research. Even with personal trainers, there's so many personal trainers out there that have no idea what they're doing. Literally, I see it all the time, and everybody does what they want. It's fine. I think my job as a human being is to kind of make this video to make people out there aware of what's going on and not to get scammed, because there's a lot of people scamming others, and this is an industry where you're supposed to help each other and not rip people off. Do your research. Don't get caught up in this, this thing where they promising you this promise. Nothing comes easy. And if you want a good coach, honestly, it's going to cost you. That's just the reality of it. It's going to cost you. Not only that, but you're also going to have to do what that person tells you, because a lot of people that hire coaches, I've seen it over the years, they'll sit there and they'll complain of, I can't eat this, or I can't eat that, or I can't eat vegetables, or I can't eat plain oatmeal. Well, guess what? Maybe this is not for you. If you're not willing to sacrifice some food and you're not willing to work hard, then don't waste your money. Period. Don't waste your money, because this is not easy. This is not an easy sport, So it's just, you have to acknowledge that nothing comes easy. We live in a society where everything expects everything handed to them. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. It just is the reality of it. That's why there's so many people out there, like I said, getting scammed, because they believe some person with no credentials, no experience. Not some of them don't even compete. It's ridiculous. Do your research. Do your research. That way you don't get ripped off, and then you're sitting there playing the victim that, well, I got ripped off by this person, blah, blah. Well, you know what? Maybe it was your fault. Maybe you should have done some more research. Because I'm going to tell you guys something. I have a pro bodybuilder that coaches me, and I do everything by the book. I don't question. I don't say anything. I know my body. If something doesn't feel right, or a food or whatever. So far, I've been working with him 3 years, and it's been nothing but progress for me. But once again, it's not cheap. I don't complain. I take this seriously because I enjoy doing it and I love doing it. But you got to have heart for everything that you do, not just in bodybuilding. So make sure you guys do your research before you guys hire any personal trainer or any so-called coach, because nowadays everyone is a coach. From my neighbors, friends, cousin, nephew. It's just like a chain reaction. Everyone thinks they know what they're talking about, but at the end of the day, once again, you know your body, and you're gonna know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Once again, I have a good coach, but it also costs money, and I've never had an issue with them. He's on top of his game, but I also, like I said, it's not cheap. I would never hire a coach that charged me $200 or $300 just to. There's no way. Once again, it took me a year to find my coach, so I'll suggest you guys to go ahead and do the same thing. Do your research before you get scammed.